I'm gonna miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. For those of you attending your first Executives Club of Chicago program, my name is Margaret Mueller. I'm the president and CEO of the Exec Club. Thank you for joining us on this balmy 52-degree day in Chicago. For the regular Edelman Trust Barometer goers, you know that we often have blizzards on this day, but today it's 52 degrees, so hope you get to enjoy it a little bit. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to thank our season sponsors for the Executives Club this year. Thank you so much for supporting us, as well as the presenting sponsor of today's program, BMO Harris Bank, and today's spotlight sponsors, Baker McKenzie and Northern Trust. It's been a really exciting season at the club so far. We hope you will join us again soon for one of our upcoming programs. 1 week from today, we host a virtual conversation with Greg Hughes, President of North America at Beam Suntory, followed by a conversation with Jens Ludwig, who's Distinguished Professor and Director of the University of Chicago's Crime Lab, on March 1st. And then on March 10th, we get back to in-person events where we will first welcome Chris Leahy, President and CEO of CDW. We'll also have a virtual component to that event. And on March 17th, we have Gary Cooper, CEO and co-founder of Reaply, who will also join us live in person as we continue the Chicago CEO series at Exec Club. Our aim is to get back to in-person for many of our remaining events this season. We look forward to seeing you all, and visit our website, executivesclub.org, for more details and ways to engage with the club. A quick technical note for those of you who may not be familiar with the Vimeo platform. You can access the Facts and Questions tab right above the video player on your screen, which has tips and recommendations on optimal viewing of the program. Should you have any technical difficulties, you can also access today's program via Zoom by scrolling to the top of your screen and clicking alternate viewing options. Any other troubleshooting questions, just email programs@executivesclub.org and a member of the team will be in touch to assist. So on to the program, the always anticipated annual Edelman Trust Barometer. Here to say a few words and to introduce our speakers is Kimberly Good, Chief Communications and Social Impact Officer, BMO Financial Group. Over to you, Kimberly.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Margaret. Again, I'm Kimberly Good, and I am the Chief Communications and Social Impact Officer for BMO Financial. I'm delighted to be here today for this particularly relevant and always timely conversation. BMO's purpose is to boldly grow the good in business and life, and you can't do that without understanding trust and what it means to stakeholders. We are also very proud to be a longstanding partner of the Executives Club. Connections like this and the discussions that we have allow us to build on and amplify the work we are all doing for this great city. Now, as we round the corner on nearly 2 years navigating the COVID-19 pandemic, I know I share the audience's curiosity and excitement to learn more about this year's findings of the 22nd annual Edelman Trust Barometer, what these implications for the business community are, and what we as leaders can do to access today's most challenging and existential problems. So kicking off our program today, we will have a presentation on this year's findings. We welcome back Richard Edelman, President and Chief Executive Officer of Edelman. Richard's visionary Sorry about that. I don't know how my sound went away, but Richard, your visionary leadership and perspective continues to shape how organizations connect with stakeholders and drive impact. Following Richard's presentation, we'll be joined by a very accomplished panel of experts: Hano Cabrera, Chief Communications Officer for General Mills; Andrew Clark, Global President of Mars; Kim Seymour, Chief People Officer for Weight Watchers; and the moderator of today's program, E.G. Schultz, News Editor at Ad Age. So we have a rich discussion ahead. Please join me in welcoming our speaker and special guest, Richard Edelman.
Kimberly, thank you very much. And for those of you who have come to this program before, you'll know that we started this after the Battle of Seattle in 1999 when the NGOs stormed the World Trade Organization meeting to protest globalization. And we wanted to understand who these NGOs were and were they believable and trustworthy. And we found, in fact, that they were the most trustworthy force in the world, ahead of business, government, or media. And what's happened in the subsequent 20 years is that business had its Waterloo moment in 2008 and 9 with the Great Recession. Government started to lose trust in 2011. Washington was stymied between Democrats and Republicans, and Brussels debt issues for the Greeks. Then actually the mass class divide started to happen about 2013-14. A delayed reaction to the Great Recession, but elites' trust was soaring and mass population was flatlining at best. And then most recently is the battle for truth. And we've seen that we have an absence of facts and that people have gone to their respective thought bubbles. And so now to the slides for this year, please. So you guys, everyone knows what happened. So okay, years of trust. Some of the highlight NGO 19 years. Pandemic government very short period of time. Institution we were facing in the past. Business became the most trusted for the first, but talking about low level of trust institutions. Please. Okay, we're now 2022. Edelman started this study. NGOs, the World Trade Organization. NGOs and for 9 was a 1 year when government became trusted in the height of January institution the mass class have levels videos and media mass population for true problem finding quality in a new place that trust disinformation. Next. See here is this is the invested in field contrast highest trust decline of trust in government to this year pandemic. Next, please. It's that government that unifying business and two of our core institutions seen as causing more problems. So, new sources seeing trust problem. They're seen as example business model and especially said in Asian market states as well. Social media in Western distrusted. Fake news is really an fake news.